Alright guys, welcome back to NOVATazz. I am excited because this is the second step in restoring your classic car seats. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get into the video. Anyway, so in the last video we were doing the tan part of the seats. I did get them done, and here they are. They're just sitting in here. But the next step we need to do, back up in there. The next step we need to do is the black. This is the fabric that I am going with. It is another, you can't really see it in there, but it's another velvet, just like this, but it's black. And we are going to be working on the bolsters that go around the top and the bottom. I have to lay this fabric out and lay all the patterns out to mark them out and cut them out, and I'll take you along. Well, there you have it, boys and girls. All the patterns are laid out. What I have to now have to do is trace them all out, and then we'll get to cutting. Alright guys, there you have it. All the pieces are laid out except for some of the piping material that I have to cut out. Don't mind the mistake here in the middle, as I had gotten confused. I know what's there, and I'll make sure I get cut out correctly. But I need to get to cutting. I won't take you through that. I will bring you back after I'm done. Alright, so as I was alright, I want to show you guys my first big mistake. It's not my first mistake, but my first, what I feel is my big mistake. Okay, so I cut out all the panels, and I was test fitting them and trimming them up and making sure that they were the right shape, because I know this vinyl had stretched over the years, and so I'm laying them all out, and I found where either the pattern was wrong, the vinyl was wrong, or I cut it wrong. One of the two. And yeah, let me show you. So as I was laying all the pieces, this is the bottom part of the seat. Obviously the tan part is not here, and none of this is sewed together. It's all just laying here. Everything looks good over here. All the pieces are overlapping with the seam allowance and everything else. It's all nice and shaped until you get to, oh my god, there. Yeah, I say that this is just a little bit short, and it didn't matter what I did. There was no way to make that up and just make it work. So I am going to have to replace this piece right here and this piece right here. Now in the original seat there was no seam here. I have found some of these horse collar seats with the seam in here, and it actually has a piping here, and there's also piping here. I am going to change it a little bit. This is NOVATazz Customs, and I do want to make it a little bit of custom. So there will be no piping here. It'll be a French seam. Be a French seam here, and there will be a French seam here. Obviously, you know, there is piping here, but that is where I'm at. So I'm going to have to recut these pieces out and start from scratch with those. And I'm going to use all the final patterns for these to lay out the other seat. Once I know that all this stuff goes together and fits nicely. So I will bring you back when I fix these, and I will temporarily put these seams together with staples to show you what the final, which will be the next step. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, I remade those two pieces, which would have been this one here and this one here. I have everything stapled temporarily together so that way I can check the seams and check the fitment on the piece itself. So the next thing to do is to test the outer parts of the seat. Probably not going to see much because it's all black, but like I said, these will be French seamed with tan stitching, so hopefully they'll pop out more then. I still got to do the outer parts of the seat, which would be around the sides, and we still have to do the piping piece that goes here for the hog rings to hold the center of the seat down, and also where it connects to the insert. So I'm going to get on the next part. I'll put this up for now and get to the next part of the seat. Okay, and I'm back. Last time I left you with, I was cutting these pieces out. Alright, I cut them all out. They're all trimmed to the way they're supposed to be, and everything is stapled together in place. This is the whole bolster and outer area that will get mated to the inner insert. So this would be going here, and everything wraps out around that. The only other piece I don't have together right now is this back piece where the hog ring gets sewn in, and this goes along the back. The other piece I have to make is the piece with the wire that goes right here that sits down in this groove and ties into this bar here to keep the center down. And then we can start adding the foam, the backing foam, and getting this seat start putting this seat together. So the next step is to, let's see, what is my next step? I think my next step is going to be measuring that strip that goes right here for the wire. Alright, I'll get back to you later. Alright, and I'm back, and I have the rest of the seat cushion mocked up. Again, this is only all stapled together. Nothing is sewn yet. The only thing I have to do is the thin strip here for the hog rings to go on the inner side. And this would be the hog ring bar for the bottom. I need to make some piping to go here and here, and then there is a plastic strip that goes along the whole bottom seam here. Other than that, everything is ready to be sewn together for the final time. And if you give me a second, I will put it on that so you can see what it's going to look like. And okay, here it is on the cushion. Again, it is only mocked into place. The inner foam, which would take care of a lot of these wrinkles, is not on here yet. I just figured I'd show you guys an idea of what it's going to look like when it's done. So I'm going to end this video here and get back on this project in the next video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. There's a lot more to come. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. and be sure to like the video. All right, until next time, this is NOVATazz, and I'll see you in the next video.